Right now on Up with KREM, pediatric doctors across North Idaho came together to talk about the new challenges presented by the COVID-19 Delta variant. Nicole Hernandez is live in Kootenai County this morning with how the variant is affecting children.
Yeah, that's right. Here at Kootenai Health, doctors are seeing more and more children in their hospital, but they only have room for 15.
And there's probably interesting things about where most anybody lives. This one's maybe just a little more strange.
Well, if their walls could talk, they would have quite the story to tell. A Spokane couple takes us inside the room where George Weyerhaeuser was locked up while his kidnappers waited for the ransom money.
And it's a cloudy start to the day, but don't worry, we've got sunshine on its way, and we're talking warmer temperatures by the weekend.
Up with KREM begins now.
If you are in a high-risk group, you are one step closer to getting a third dose of Pfizer's COVID-19 shot.
A FDA panel just recommended a Pfizer booster shot for certain populations.
Well, thanks so much for joining us on Up with KREM. I'm Tim Pham.
And I'm Channing Curtis. Well, the FDA has just authorized the Pfizer vaccine booster for people 65 and older, as well as other at-risk groups.
But it's not a done deal quite yet. Before delivering the shots, the CDC will need to issue official recommendations. A discussion on that is happening today. And this could pave the way for a third dose to be administered by as early as Friday. Meanwhile, in North Idaho, doctors are warning about an increase in COVID-19 among children. Health experts say it's also impacting kids' mental health.
So this morning, Nicole Hernandez is joining us live to tell us more about how doctors are bracing to take care of more and more children coming into their hospitals. Good morning, Nicole.
Yeah, good morning, guys. So right now I'm live outside of Kootenai Health here in Coeur d'Alene, and like you mentioned, the hospital is seeing more and more kids coming in for care because they have COVID-19. Some of those kids are even having to be in the ICU. So the hospital says that they only have room for 15 kids in their hospital right now. They're seeing patients from just a few weeks old all the way to teenagers with severe symptoms. The pediatric medical director now calling for local schools to help by taking precautions, including social distancing and sanitation.
Hopefully it doesn't come to that. Hopefully that worst case scenario doesn't occur, and that's why we're really passionate about helping people to understand why this isn't a, absolute situation. We can impact change. We can wear our masks.
Now, Kootenai Health staff also announced children's mental health is impacted by COVID-19. They say kids can't get some of the necessary therapy they need during COVID-19 shutdowns. Children also are spending prolonged time away from their classmates during virtual learning because of outbreaks in schools.
This is amplified in children. They depend on us to protect them. They are our most vulnerable. These children are experiencing symptoms that are similar to trauma.
Now, Kootenai Health does have to send some of their most severe cases over to places like Sacred Heart in Spokane because they don't have a dedicated pediatric ICU. Live in Coeur d'Alene, I'm Nicole Hernandez.
Now, as Kootenai Health is seeing a surge in COVID cases among children, we wanted to know what it would take for the Coeur d'Alene School District to approve a mask requirement.
In the current school reopening plan, masks are strongly recommended but not required. A mask requirement must be approved by the Board of Trustees. However, only 2 of the 5 trustees support the mask requirement in schools.
In last week's board meeting, the board chair made her stance clear, saying if Washington and Oregon are in a COVID crisis, even with the mask mandate, are masks really the answer? But other trustees disagree.
Already there's 168 students that are out because of COVID, and I wonder again about the quality of their education that they're receiving being out. I wonder, can't we try and reduce the number of those kids that are even out? And if masking is one layer of that, I'm not convinced that our reopening plan here goes far enough, even with hand washing right now.
Kootenai Health also submitted a letter urging the board to require masks. 120 physicians and healthcare workers signed that letter.
All right, the time is now 7:04. Let's get a look at the first fall forecast.
Oh, this is it.
We're doing it.
It's
the first fall.
This is it.
It's
Welcome
fall,
to fall. It's the first morning of fall. Brr, 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 brr.
Brr, brr, brr.
There, see?
Ah, man, that sounded really sad.
Yeah, I mean, it's close. It's close. Wait. All right. As we talk about this, I've got this all figured out. So this morning, we're near 50 degrees. That comes with a little bit of cloud cover early on today. That cloud cover isn't expected to last all day. So what you can enjoy is actually a little more sunshine and warmer temperatures later on today. You can see the cloud cover showing up there on the satellite imagery. That cloud cover is going to make its way out and eventually work its way out of the region. So as we move through the day, it's temperatures on the rise and we are in the mid to low 70s later on today. And if you like sunshine and warm weather, oh wait, hold on, I gotta turn that up. Hold on. If you like sunshine and warm weather, as we head into the weekend, we've got more of it on the way. We're up near 80 degrees Saturday and Sunday.
I have no words. Okay. Let's get back to the news. The North Idaho College Board of Trustees voted to fire the school's president, Rick McLennan.
Now, our news partner, the Coeur d'Alene Press, says that the board decided not to renew his contract in a 3-2 vote. Now, McLennan was the longest serving president for North Idaho College, but he fought with the board over COVID-19 protocols.
He set a mask mandate at the beginning of the school year, but the board voted to rescind the mandate. The Vice President of Instruction, Lita Burns, will stand in as acting president. It is time now for your morning rush. More news in less time.
The Spokane Public School Board discussed potential solutions to the ongoing school bus driver shortage in a meeting on Wednesday. Now, some suggestions were partnering with the Spokane Transit or even carpooling.
You can use public transit, you can use the yellow school bus, you could do ride share. Like there's these different types of options as they're really looking to diversify what that looks like. And to your inquiry, that's the hope with the work group is to look at what are all the different options that are out there that are being used around the country and what's the best approach for Spokane Public Schools.
Another option the board discussed was transportation reimbursement for families who have to take their kids to school. No final decisions have been made just yet, but of course we'll keep you updated with any decision the district makes.
Rumors began swirling online that Nick Rolovich had begun the vaccination process. The WSU head coach has been quiet about his vaccine status after Governor Jay Inslee announced that all state employees must be fully vaccinated by October 18th. Rolovich was asked about the latest rounds of rumors on Wednesday in his post-practice press conference.
I heard there was something going on, but we are where we're at with the mandate and moving forward with it.
Unless he receives an exemption, Rolovich is required to start the vaccine process by October 5th.
Gonzaga fans have something to celebrate. Craziness in the Kennel and Fan Fest are coming back. Craziness happens on Saturday, October 1st, and Fan Fest happens Saturday, October 16th. Now, both events are free, but tickets will be required for anyone who wants to go to Craziness in the Kennel. In addition to tickets being required, anyone in attendance must show proof of a vaccination or a negative COVID-19 test within 72 hours of both events.
Your grocery bill could be looking a little bit heftier. Major food companies warn inflation is forcing them to raise prices on products. Several companies, including General Mills, Campbell Soup, and many more, are hiking prices. The companies are paying more for ingredients like cooking oil, as well as freight and fuel. This also comes as there is a shortage on truck drivers.
United Airlines says more than 97% of its U.S.-based employees have been fully vaccinated against COVID-19. The airline says this number does not include a small number of employees who have sought exemptions. They say they will start the termination proceedings against unvaccinated employees as soon as next Tuesday.
That's your morning rush. More news in less time. Let us know what's happening in your neighborhood by using the hashtag #UpWithKREM on social media. The kidnapping of George Weyerhaeuser captivated the nation back in 1935. A huge part of the disappearance includes a house in Cannons Edition. Over the years, the current homeowners learned their home is quite notorious.
She suggested maybe you could have your house on this TV show called, I think it was If Walls Could Talk. It was an HD TV show.
Part 2 of my special report on the Weyerhaeuser kidnapping takes you inside the Spokane home where George was held captive 86 years ago.
You're up.
And if you're a Survivor fan, you won't want to miss this. This morning, we're catching up with a former contestant from Post Falls on his experiences with the show and if he would ever return. Plus, we're hearing from a current contestant from Washington. He tells us the biggest secret he kept from his competitors.